Hi, I'm Rob Cutietta, and I'm Dean of the Thornton School of Music. We're very excited about what we've done in redesigning our classical curriculum. I'd like to take you through a PowerPoint that shows you some of the highlights of how things have changed. In the redesign, we are rethinking classical music instruction. What we explored is, what does it mean to be a virtuoso in the 21st century? We feel a virtuoso must develop a distinctive musical voice. That's always been the case, but how do we do it? First of all, they have to be musically excellent. We can never sacrifice that. Second, they really have to understand what they're playing. They must connect scholarship to music making. Third, they have to understand why the music is relevant, why it was relevant when it was created, but more importantly, why is it relevant to me today as a performer, and why is it relevant to the audience? And last, a virtuoso really has to erase boundaries between different genres of music as the differences are fading away. A virtuoso has to know then how to turn that into a fulfilling career. First of all, they have to know how to navigate a path into the music profession and how to monetize their skills. They have to master skills to share music through new ways, through digital platforms, through non-traditional venues. They have to build a lifelong global professional network, and importantly, they have to lead a healthy life as a musician. So we have redesigned our entire curriculum to focus on these goals. We are calling this the redesign. So let's look at this curriculum and how it's been altered to reach these goals. In the first 2 years, first of all, you have your major, and that is specifically what instrument and what focus you are doing. If you're an opera singer, you will be working within that area. If you are an orchestral musician, you'll work in that area. If you're a keyboardist, you will work in that area. Next, we have the Thornton School of Music core. Here's a very interesting difference. We do have music theory, and we do have the beginnings of music history and ear training, but we mix all of our students together. We have students who are majoring in popular music. We have students who are majoring in songwriting. We have students who are majoring in violin. We have students who are majoring in composition. We put them all together. This is a very important part of the cross-pollination of the different genres and the different outlooks on music. And then we are at USC a research institution. So you have your USC core, which is a broadening experience where you take classes across the university. In the second 2 years, years 3 and 4, you still are working, of course, in your major because the emphasis is musical excellence. However, the core changes. In the second 2 years, we have freed up 20 elective units in the curriculum so that students can explore across the Thornton School. You can explore in the arts leadership area or in the contemporary division or within the classical division, so you can follow your interests. And you continue your USC core. Key to the exploration, it leads to something that you are passionate about. You as an artist get to explore what's important to you, and you create this project. The project is something that follows your passion and answers the question of, why am I a musician? It goes beyond the senior recital. The senior recital could be part of your young artist project, but in that case it would be, how am I going to reach the audiences, for example, that I want to reach? Or what does this music mean for social change, or those kinds of things? Every class is going to have to answer the question, how does this course help students create a distinctive musical voice? And how does it help them create a fulfilling career? If you remember, each of these questions have 4 subcategories. There's 4 under distinctive musical voice, and then there's 4 that are under the career. This adds up to the 8 what we're calling through lines. They're through lines because these 8 characteristics will appear in every class, every lesson, every rehearsal. They really are integrated at the core of what we do. And what that looks like is that the 8 through lines continue through, and they all add up to the Young Artist Project and the Senior Recital. We believe so strongly in this that we're even changing our student audition process. We will be asking students, what's the most daring thing you see yourself doing for your Young Artist Project? We want you to be excited about your career, and we want you to be thinking right from the beginning, why am I becoming a musician? In other words, we're changing the foundation of the Thornton School of Music from the music to the musician. And it's a funny thing that happens when you do that in classical music, is that you really change the focus from the past to the future. That's why we're launching this in the fall of 2019. Well, thanks for listening. If you'd like to learn more, go to music.usc.edu/redesign.